Hello and welcome to a game of Dota 2 on this Sunday afternoon, or at least afternoon for me. Might not be afternoon for you, but you know, doesn't matter. We got ourselves a game. It's gonna be a game between myRevenge and iCCup. It is a game for the 4PL Cup number 18. And we will see a round number 2 match of possibly 7 rounds in total. So a lot more matches to come. It's best out of 1, so this is the only chance these teams have to advance into the next round. And the winner takes it all prize is 400 euros again this week. And we will see which heroes they're going to use to try and get there, because we still have a Magnus and a Bounty Hunter in the team, as well as a Templar Assassin heroes that we see regularly, of course. We have got the Nyx Assassin, as well as a Wisp being banned out, Undying and Bedrider being the ones banned out on the side of myRevenge. They don't actually have a team profile by the looks of it, and they actually pick up Lone Druid first. Now we know that I think Solo is the Lone Druid player for myRevenge, but we've seen Lone Druid more and more and more. He's basically the hero that you pick up just as an insurance for late game, and it's pretty hard to kill him off early game. You can do it, but you just need a couple more heroes than you normally would, unless you're having a very strong lane against them, which is also fine, of course, but you do have to have that strong lane against him, leaving your other lanes to potentially be weaker. And in that case, Lone Druid will still get his experience, and if he's careful enough, well, later on he'll get his farm anyway, so he's just a very safe pick. We have a Darkseer pickup for iCCup, again, one of those heroes that is just a very safe pick, and since I don't have a co-caster, I don't have to have my co-casters muted, so that you can actually hear the lady talking that says whose turn it is to ban, etc. So you can check that out if, well, we can hear that now actually, because I muted it earlier, but now I didn't, so it's all fine. Anyway, it's a Shadow Demon. And also, since it is actually teams that people know, I'm actually gonna just try and change my my Twitch overlay to make sure, overlay, I'm not meaning overlay, I'm meaning title, to make sure that people know that this match is going on, because I think a lot of people are not realizing that we actually have got a lot of matches here tonight, and that is just a shame, and it should not be the way it is. So anyways, we have got the Shadow Demon for iCCup. iCCup, of course, a team that we have seen a lot of during the Aces Open, if you were here with me for that one. Oh wow, we have a Leshrac and a Night Stalker picked up by myRevenge, and I'm actually, I mean, yes, Magnus has been nerfed slightly, but we've still seen him own. But I'm happy to see that he's not picked up yet, and that they actually pick up the Night Stalker in well, in favor of the Magnus. I mean, Leshrac just a strong hero. I mean, not really anything bad to say against Leshrac. I mean, he's a good support, he's a decent solo, and he makes a lot of good combinations with a lot of different heroes, like a Chaos Knight, like a Sven, just basically anything that has a solid stun. We've seen a lot of Sand King Leshracs earlier on in this year as well. But it is Leshrac picked up by myRevenge, and Night Stalker is basically saying, like, okay, you know what, we know that the Lone Druid needs a bit of time to get bigger, to get that farm that he needs, so before he is that, we just want to make sure that the other team is going to be busy dealing with that Night Stalker, being careful where they are. At nighttime, Lone Druid should be having solid farm, and Night Stalker should be the one to make that happen. To make sure that he inspires fear, that Lone Druid can actually free farm, so that iCCup isn't roaming around too much because of that Night Stalker that's there. And I'm actually quite pleasantly surprised that the Lina is being picked up by iCCup. Now, Lina is a hero that is, well, basically considered, she used to be considered a replacement for Leshrac if Leshrac was banned out, but with the changes to Leshrac and with Lina, just, I mean, the burst damage is being so much more important right now with aggressive tri-lanes, for example. Lina is actually the same type of hero as Leshrac. It might not be as much power for pushing, but has more burst damage, and that's the thing that Leshrac gives up for some more tower pushing abilities. But This basically means that they can have the same kind of combinations in their heroes. And iCCup, they are the ones that have the second pick, so they are a bit at a disadvantage here, especially since they also ban out the Chaos Knight. And they just don't want to be facing the Chaos Knight Leshrac, even though, if, for that very reason, Chaos Knights got banned out. If myRevenge now goes for Sven instead, like maybe they want to go for Chaos Knight, then iCCup won't be able to pick up a Sven anymore, and they won't have the Chaos Knight anymore, and they will have to go for a different solution. And that's quite surprising to me that they actually banned that out, but it just leaves a bit less options for themselves. We'll see how they're going to go and what they have in mind. Of course, Lina already, with that Shadow Demon, a very strong combination. Because of course you can have a disruption and you can time your light strike array upon that. Having said that, the same thing goes for Leshrac. And now Shadow Demon is a hero known also as an antique gank kind of hero, to make sure that if someone goes on a friendly hero of yours, you can just disrupt the target and make sure that he's safe for the time being. Now Leshrac is known for, you know, making good combinations with stuff, and also, just like the Lina, he is nice to set up stuns after that disruption, so he can actually use that disruption to his advantage in certain situations. And we're going to see if they're actually going to be able to do that. We have got a Queen of Pain, a Lifestealer, as well as a Luna being banned out on the side of myRevenge. And we've got the Chaos Knight, as I already said, together with the Beastmaster and the Rubik being banned out for iCCup. And because myRevenge does not go for the Sven, does not go for anything else, they don't go for the they go for the Keeper of Light, and Naga Siren is still very strong. I'll explain later why. But that is why iCCup has a chance to pick up the Sven, and I said this combination. I mean, it's a very strong combination. I actually thought that myRevenge would want to go for it, though they seem to have a very set plan already. But they do leave the Sven in there. They didn't even try to ban it out, and they're gonna have to deal with the Enigma as well. And Sven and Lina making a strong dual lane. Potentially Shadow. I'm actually quite curious, because Enigma could go into the jungle. We've seen Enigma on the solo lane as well. They have a lot of options to go for their lanes. But yeah, Naga Siren, Keeper of Light picked up by myRevenge, and we've seen that combination before as well, because Leshrac stun followed up on the Ensnare from Naga Siren. The Illuminate will hit regardless, because you can't run if you're ensnared, especially not if you have a stun after that as well. So that's a lot of early game potential. And Lone Druid would then be on the solo lane. Now, it could be an aggressive tri-lane coming up for myRevenge, and if that is the case, same thing goes for a safe lane, but a bit more for an aggressive tri-lane. If it is minute 6, nighttime has happened, Nightstalker is having his open face and everything like that, he wants to roam around. I'm expecting Nightstalker to be mid, by the way, but we'll see if that's actually going to be the case. But if Nightstalker is mid, he'll be level 6, around level 6 by the time that nighttime comes. So he will be able to try to go for a gank, and if he goes for a gank on the lane where the tri-lane is at, then that, if it's a successful gank, then that kill could lead to potentially a push at least 1 tier, 1 tower, and perhaps even more. It's a very dangerous business for iCCup to have that one running around, the Nightstalker running around. But let's see who's playing what. We're having a pause instantly coming off from iCCup, so we'll just start introducing myRevenge, a team that is fairly new. I'm not sure if they're actually going to continue doing this. In case you are unaware, I was unaware, I have to say. 25, the team XX5, now has got PGG in it. And they dropped a couple of members also, and myRevenge is, I think, a new team from Dread, also solo in there, hero, a player that we of course know. And I'm not sure if it's a team that's gonna that is like there, or if it's just been put together for this cup, because it's free for all to join. So you can just make up a team like this morning and still compete. But we'll see. I do like the myRevenge name, if it's actually a team that will stick. We're gonna see Dread, Captain. No, not really Captain. Solo is Captain in this case. But we're gonna see Dread. He's gonna be playing the Leshrac. It will be a Yoki playing the Lone Druid. It will be Aloha or LFT playing the Naga Siren. Zara will be playing the Nightstalker, and that will leave the Captain. It is Solo playing the Keeper of the Light, and it is indeed gonna be a tri-lane, aggressive tri-lane, leaving the Lone Druid solo on the bottom lane, and leaving Nightstalker probably to go towards the middle lane. So we are gonna see a lot of action on the top lane, and it will also be a tri-lane for iCCup by the looks of it. They'll have this is such a dangerous lineup to have an aggressive tri-lane against, though. Disruption to start things off, or to just help your team make sure they get away. Then again, that Leshrac is still there just in case. I explained that earlier on. But yeah, disruptions, fence stun, light strike array, everything. It's myRevenge is not gonna have an easy time. That being said, iCCup also should not be having an easy time. Counter word already done here. I'm not sure if you can hear, by the way, stuff that happens outside my house right now, but there is actually fireworks and stuff, so there might be some loud bangs. I don't know if you are actually able to hear that, but you know, we will see. But for iCCup, we have got a tri lane. We've got Sunlight playing the Sven. It is gonna be a name that I cannot pronounce on Alina. We just Zik will be playing the Shadow Demon. In the mid lane, we'll have Axis as a stand-in this game. We'll be playing the Enigma mid, and we'll be up against a Night Stalker. Should be okay-ish. Night Stalker normally, let's see if it this time again. Yeah, he's going for a fastball, but he should be okay. We'll see exactly how it's gonna go, though. We've seen before that Enigmas can actually surprise us and make sure that they actually get ahead of that lane early on. More importantly, as soon as he's level 6, he has a black hole, and he could try to go for a kill on the Night Stalker. But we'll see how that develops itself, as we're going to see on the bottom lane it's J4 playing the Darkseer up against the Lone Druid. Now, it's a bit annoying for the bear, but it's still a decent lane for Lone Druid to be at. He should be still be getting some farm, as we have Leshrac up on Sunlight. Is there going to be more? No, it's just only a Riptide up on the Naga Siren, and the Keeper of Light wasn't even close. He picked up the rune and just been roaming around, and is now going to make sure that they can't... Oh, I love this. You know, there's sometimes wards here, etc., but this time he just stands there. He doesn't need to put himself at risk. He can just stand there, making sure that the stack failed, making sure that Lina's wondering, oh, I swear I dewarded that, and there is a ward here. But now they're gonna stack out a solo lane. They're gonna pull a solo lane, meaning that the lane will be pushed in a moment. And that is gonna be... not as good, not as good. It might open up some possibilities for them, though. Illuminate going through, just clearing out some of the creeps here. Disruption to start things up. Light Strike Array will be there as well. This could be trouble for solo, but looks like he's fine. Leshrac down on the Shadow Demon and Snare as well. A Riptide. Illuminate going through. We just Zik. He's gonna go down. Maybe also Keeper of Light, though. Yes, it is a trade. Edict helping out, trying to kill off the Lina, and another Light Strike Array hits on two. They want to go for Lina. One more hit needed. Just one more, and he actually gets himself denied by the Troll Warlord, and Snare now up on Sunlight. He is locked in. Leshrac on to follow up, and that should be a kill. And that is gonna be We Just Zik. It's a bit of trouble. Still disruption there, hoping that the illusions will kill off LFT. Illuminate to go through. Leshrac misses. TP's in. And now Dread, you have to back off. Light Strike Array hits. Is there more? Dragon Slave will finish him off, and it's 3-2. I have to say, though, of those three on the side of on the side of myRevenge, one of those is not their kill. It's actually a deny done by Lina, rather. To get that neutral to deny her. Lina's actually been in both the kills that they have done. One, she had the last hit, of course, the later one. And the other one, she got an assist. In the meantime, I mean, this lane is gonna be... I mean, this is exactly what I meant. Yes, both of these lanes, aggressive tri lane, there is definitely potential. But at the same time, they're up against a lane that definitely has a lot of potential as well. Leshrac cannot follow up with a stun. Great disruption. Just a very defensive one. Making sure that Leshrac could not do anything to follow up on that Snare right there. As, well... Sunlight, I mean, he has got mana, he's fine. He's got now also, he bought a magic stick on everybody apart from Lina on the iCCup in this top lane. Very needed, because there's gonna be spells all over the place, and you're gonna need that HP or you're gonna have to need a way to get your HP back up without really stacking all those tangos up, etc. So stick charges, definitely worth it. I mean, aggressive tri lane, it's great to have an aggressive tri lane, don't get me wrong. I love aggressive tri lanes, they bring a lot of action to the games, and to the lanes even. I mean, I haven't even seen the mid lane or the bottom lane. I'll check it out in a second, but I mean, it has to work out, and the only way it can is if you are getting more kills than your opponent. Nice Leshrac stun. Lina's still there though as well. It's a Stormbolt and Naga Siren trying to stay alive. One more hit needed, 15 HP, and it is indeed again Lina that picks up the kill. At the same time, We Just Zik still dropped to Leshrac. The Illuminate going through, Edict dropping, or Edict already out already. Lina, one more hit away from dying. The Lightning will do it, and Dread gets another kill. Now we have Sunlight trying to go for Dread. He is eating a tangle, though will be healed up again as Sunlight. He is out of mana. He can't do anything. Tried to use his stick charge. Still no mana for a stun. Illuminate not there. He actually gave mana to Dread there. One lightning might do the job and didn't do it. Only level 1. And here comes Lina once again. One Dragon Slave should be able to kill up Dread. If it reaches him, it doesn't though. And he is gonna be safe. Wow. I'm gonna have to have a hot tea with honey after this game. So that's a lot of action going on, and apparently I'm not audible in game. Should I change that? I'm not sure if the game is actually visible inside the game client. I'll check that in a second. As we have got, yeah, we've got Lina picked up, we've got Solo picked up. That ward from the dire side definitely working out. They see everything, and she cannot hide anymore in a niche there. So. Another trade. It's trade upon trade. Now there's one kill in favor of the aggressive trial lane side, of myRevenge side, and that is actually good for them. But at the same time, is it working out? I mean, Nagasai, yes, she is getting some last hits, but she has 8. Sven has 5, so the difference is really minimum. And I mean, we'll have to see if that's actually going to be worth shutting down. Hello, could you not die? Thank you. I was gonna say, because he had okay HP, he was fine, and then he used his soul ring. He was very close to dying right there. But this is the bottom lane. Let's take a look at that one for a second. As we have Yoki, he's got 28 last hits. He's doing great. He's having to last hit a lot under his tower though, because J4 actually managed to tower skip a lot of creeps. He's on 38 last hits, and he got most of them on right about here-ish. Just making sure he stopped the creep wave, as we have actually double damage shooting up on Zera, and it is nighttime. 6-minute mark is in, and he's looking for a target. Who is he gonna find? Silence up on Sven first, but the disruption and the soul catcher still there. Illuminate to go through. Now the silence will run out shortly. There will be a stun. There it is. We just think in the meantime will still drop. There we go. Lightning flying through, and Sunlight now having to back away. Malefice still up on the Night Stalker. Here also comes Lina from the side. Night Stalker drops still though. Illuminate flying through, and there also goes the Lina. But Night Stalker, the hero that needs those kills in the nighttime, that, I mean, there's two things you can do with a Night Stalker. You can either, in the night that is, of course, there's more things you can do with a Night Stalker, but in the night, it is being said time and time again, it's so important to get those kills at nighttime. But it is important, true. You have another alternative. You could stick on your lane and free farm if you have it. That is fine. That is also decent. No need for kills that way. But if you are actually trying to go for those kills and you die, that's not good. Especially not if the person that you were laning against actually gets a kill. He's now 1 up on his kill score. We have got 25 for 16 last hits on the Enigma. Night Stalker is on 22 for 5. So that is very even. Wow, I just forgot that I had the Nature's Prophet mega kill announcer still on. I will turn it off for the next game. But yeah, that was Dread dominating. He picked up another kill on the top lane. Lina dropping once again. Lina, the target. I mean, she's died 5 times now. 4 times of those have, of course, only been kills for myRevenge. But still 4 kills, 4 deaths, and there's only 9 kills on the side of myRevenge. So half of those are actually the Lina. But you can hear me inside the game client. Apparently, the thing is on. Off and on. Should be there again. There we go. Now it should be on. Hello people inside the game client. If you're actually watching here, then now you are actually able to hear me. Fixed.
You should have left well enough alone.
Night Stalker, regen rune. He's gonna go back. So after his death, I mean, he can't afford to roam around again without getting a kill or with dying. He might get assists and stuff. But it's too risky right now, so he needs to get that farm up. And he does. As we have got Lina actually rotating away from the top lane. She is now together with the Enigma in the middle lane. There is a black hole still up on there, and they might try to go for it. I mean, 1 black hole. Nice strike rate to follow up on that, and that should be a kill. Especially since Lina's almost level 6. Might actually, these creeps are not enough to make her level 6. In the meantime, the difference between a Lina and Leshrac, I mean, it pays off. Oh, Night Stalker, you really run. It's still nighttime though. He should be fast enough. The stun actually hit, but Lina was too far away to help out that time. And that was actually no disruption anymore either. But yeah, I mean, the difference is the tower pushing powers from Dread, and he is able to push down the towers. And there's already a tier 1 tower top now going down, and the tier 1 tower, tier 2 is being pressured, as you can see. As we're looking to see if iCCup actually wants to fight this. They're hanging around here. Black hole, like I said, still there. If they want to try to go for it. If, though. The question is if. And it's still nighttime for a while. It's 2 AM. It's actually a darkness being popped, so extra hours, extended nighttime. Edict going through, Edict level 1. I mean, it might not seem that much, but level 1 still does quite a lot, as well as that Illuminate, which is level 3 actually. So that helps. A regen rune being used, but a Night Stalker tower will drop, no deny there, and iCCup, they're just hanging around here for nothing, can't do anything. There's actually 4 heroes of them here, so 4 versus 4. Because on the bottom lane, it is still Yoki on his lone druid, happily farming. He's now has 1700 gold, he's doing okay, his bear's got a face, which he is just a happy farmer, nothing wrong with that. In the meantime, his J4 is actually, well, he was doing a lot better than the lone druid at first, but that TP out that we saw actually made him maybe be at a slight disadvantage on last hits again, as he just escaped there. Night Stalker was actually on the hunt, trying to find him, but TP out in time, and the ward, of course, making sure that he had that on time. In the meantime, I mean, myRevenge, they think, you know what, we cleared out the tower's top lane, let's just do the mid lane. You know, they can do that. They have got a lot of illusions here, actually. Illusion rune helping out as well. As we see finally a bracer being built up by the Sven, just having something, an axe. Actually, the solo mid is in a lot of trouble, has to go away from this one. Illuminate goes through, they want to dive the tower disruption, make sure they can't do that though. Soulcatcher up on there as well, just in case. And they have such a safe lineup though, like they have ensnares, they have songs. They don't need to do anything. Still deny the tower, so that's that. Maybe we're gonna see Zara looking for repercussions for that. Thou shall not deny our tower. Silence up there, ensnare as well. The Shrexon up on 2, 1 down, 2 down. And that is both the Darkseer and Lina being picked off, and Sunlight and We Just Dig have to back off again. And that should be a tier 2 tower, because they can't do anything anymore. Like, if you look at lineup against lineup, you have got a team fight potential up on iCCup. We've got the Enigma Black Hole. We haven't seen the Black Hole once yet. So that's pretty painful. You have also got that combination that is, in theory, so very strong on the lane, with the Lina, with the Shadow Demon, with the Sven. But since they lost their aggressive trialing, they are trying to... or they should be trying to get their farm elsewhere, to still, I mean, the lanes is where they should have been getting their advantage. Since they didn't, and since myRevenge has said, you know what, laning phase is over, they still need to try and find their farm somewhere. Unless they can get a very good black hole in, which by the looks of it they can. They can, of course, surge the Enigma, which they have just done, but he needs to get that black hole. There is a black hole, and Naga Siren still drops. Solo is in there, will drop as well. Now a silence up on Darkseer, lightning going through. Can they actually go for more? Bear is still there looking for some entangles. Buyback from the Keeper of Light, and he can TP back to the tier 1, and instantly we see iCCup, they have to back out. They haven't lost anybody, but the Void is there. Enigma, lightning going through. There goes the Bear getting stunned up. Another Surge helping out. Axe staying alive. Tower will get denied, so 2 towers getting denied on the side of iCCup. On Night Stalker, it's still nighttime. I'm looking for a target, looking for the Lina perhaps, and now backs out. But yeah, two deaths on the side of myRevenge, and actually it's pretty nice. I mean, they killed off the Keeper of Light. They got themselves a buyback for that one, so that's quite nice. And the other one was, of course, the Naga Siren, which is probably the best ones that you could have killed off there, or at least of the 2. The best one probably would have been Night Stalker or Lone Druid, that. But Naga Siren definitely a nice catch. At the same time, the tower still went down. They still used the black hole, and they're gonna have a tough time defending until they have a black hole again. And their Sven is not farmed enough just yet. And we're taking a look at the hero levels. The level difference is just pretty big. If you have a tri lane and the aggressive tri lane of your opponent team is winning from your tri lane, that means that your tri lane is pretty far behind in terms of levels. Most importantly there, of course, gold as well, but levels are right now very important. And they are very far behind. As you can see, level 6 on the Sven, which is actually a lower level than the Keeper of the Light, who was a support on the opposing aggressive tri lane. Disruption to start things up though. They're gonna try to go for it, and he gets locked inside. Or no, he didn't. Song gets helped. Oh, and they want to go for this. Illuminate misses. Lightning going through. Here comes also Invisible Night Stalker. Vacuum in. Laguna Blade will clear out. Deny the Siren once more. Can they go for more? Sunlight has another stun in 8 seconds. Needs to find it though. It's gonna be having to deal with the Bear. Sunlight getting a Void, Blinding Light going through, and he will actually drop. There he goes. In the meantime, Zara will drop as well, but he had the Aegis, and he is going to be back up again. The same cannot be said for Axe, who dies, and there's an entangle. Hits on J4, and the Void will clear it out from the Night Stalker, and that is 3-4-1, and the only two staying alive on the side of iCCup are the two supports. You've got the Lena staying alive as well as we just did on the Shadow Demon, and that is just trouble. iCCup just had all their three main heroes dropping very fast. Slight overextension.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Illuminate to go through. But we started out with a quick kill on Nagasai, and after that Laguna Blade though, they should have backed off. They knew that they didn't have the advantage. Of course, they got surprised by the Night Stalker there, that he was invisible, etc. There actually goes a stun from Sunlight. They want to go for Zara. Might actually be able to do some mechanism helping out. Illuminate going through, still alive, but no, he drops. We just Zik picking up the kill. And Tangle hits on Axe, but he is going to be fine. As the rest of myRevenge looking to back out. Demonic Purge on the Nagasai. Malif is there as well. There goes the stun again on the bear. Just the bear though, nobody else. Can they do something more? They have to be careful. Thou shalt not overextend. And we know that is the death of many of Dota players. Overextending. But killing of Zara there is basically the best that they could hope for. And they still have their barracks, they still have their tower. That's of course also very good. And at the same time, I mean, look at the ward coverage. I mean, map dominance is what myRevenge wants to have, and they have got this middle lane. They've got the bottom lane. They had the top lane earlier as well, but that one got counter-ward, or at least there was one here earlier, but I think it just vanished because only now the counter-ward goes up, and now there's no longer anything here. And that means, I mean, this is the only real outside base coverage that iCCup has, because they don't have any towers anymore, and they don't have any wards at the Roche pits or anything like that, so it's a very tricky situation. And we check out the gold craft, and I know I haven't done that before, but normally in these type of games, when it feels like it's so one-sided for such a very long time, I mean, you know that they are ahead. 1200 gold ahead for myRevenge. Experience graph will look about same, though not as same in numbers. It's not as many kills, of course, but it's still 7,500 gold, experience in their favor. Now, what iCCup can do, I mean, they have got this Sven, so we know that late game, if he is farmed up enough, he is going to be very, very dangerous to deal with. Having said that, it's going to be hard for them to get to late game, because as far as counter push goes, yes, they've got Eidolons, which is nice. They've got the Dragon Slave, they've got Shadow Poison, not that great actually, and the Vacuum and the Iron Shell are actually pretty nice, but they're having to deal with a lot of stuff that are way more nice than those abilities that I just mentioned. Stun up on Dread, but no follow-up. They have to deal with the bear, who actually has a Radiance already. The bear can just hit on the tower, not putting any hero in danger, even though Zara likes to put himself in danger. Apparently tanks up the Laguna Blade, but that doesn't really do anything anymore, at least not that much anymore. And the bear is just still standing here, looking for an entangle. Can't get a tier 1 tower, sorry, tier 3 tower already dropped. Illuminate will make sure that they also get the creep wave. And yeah, so you have the bear, you have the Illuminate, you have the Edict from the Lashrak, you've got the mirror images. I mean, the amount of pushing power that myRevenge has is just way more than iCCup has. So it's very hard for iCCup to actually counter push this when there's so much on myRevenge to deal with. The barracks getting dropped down, and I know that I haven't spent that much time looking at the items also. But we already know, I mean, we know the Radiant stuff, we know the mechanism up. It's actually on Dread that has that. Sunlight hasn't got that much, of course. He actually doesn't have any life anymore either soon, by the looks of it, because this Radiance is going to do the job. As also Naga Siren just picked up the Lena in the meantime. We've got the Illuminate flying through again, that's one set of racks down. It's there from J4, but no follow-up for now. We've got Keeper of Light. It could be building towards a Veil of Discord, could be building towards drums. I mean, the options are plenty. We've got the Naga Siren. I mean, she's the one that died most, I feel like. She's died 3 times. Not the same amount as the Keeper of Light, actually. But that Laguna Blade keeps finding Naga Siren. Of course, the previous one was used on Zara, but I don't think that's going to be happening anymore because he just didn't die from it. But Aloha, just, I mean, she has a heart. She's just fine. 2200 gold. Could be going for a heart. I mean, she has a vitality booster, that is, not a heart. What am I saying? Crazy talk. And of course, Zara, he's going for BKB. We have got Sunlight in the meantime, taking a lot of damage, but the bear is actually the one that drops. Illuminate doesn't reach Sunlight anymore. Vacuum in there, silence up on J4, Earn Charge there as well, should be able to stay alive though. Song trying to make them stop, and that actually attempt to surge stopped S4 from getting away, and the lightning will clear him out. An axe. He's in his own base, trying to TP out towards his own base, and that's just not gonna happen. And the GG well played gets called out, so it's myRevenge that will be continuing on to the next round of the 4PL Cup number 18, because that is what we're watching right now. We're watching the 4PL Cup, a 2-weekly cup that has a prize of 400 euros. Winner takes it all, and it's basically well, basically 4PL Cup. Oh yeah, if you want to support them, because you know, I know you want to. If you want to support the 4PL Cup, you go to facebook.com/4pl.dota2. Just the 2 written down as a number, and you can support them there. We're gonna see what match we're gonna find next. I'm gonna try to find the more even matches. There's a lot of teams that are competing in this, and the skill difference. I mean, in one of these, in one of those tournaments that actually is free to join for everybody, the skill difference between the teams is normally pretty big. So we want to have the games that are most even, and I'm gonna try to find them for you. So it might take some time, but stick around. We're gonna have Dota 2 for the rest of the evening, so no worries there. And yeah, make sure you don't go anywhere. Booyah. End screen for all those things that I missed that you want to see, because I know I missed a lot of stuff. As in missed, not really missed, but more like did not have time to think about, to talk about it. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame. Oh wells. Anyways, that's the end screen, and let's jump ourselves out of this one and see what we have coming up next, so stick around.